this is Fortress Man here, and today I'm going to be showing you the basics of the Team Fortress 2 menu, and then each character and what their specialty is. Now, it has evolved quite a bit over the years, so that's why it's changed quite a bit. But I'm just going to show you today the basics and what is new and where you need to go and what is the importance of it. So first off, when you enter the game, you will see this. This is basically your screen, your starting menu. And what has changed is there's parties. So of course I can add any of my friends to come play with me on Team Fortress 2. And of course you can click on this and you can just send like a chat to communicate with your people before the game begins. And that is a helpful way of starting it out. Then of course you have your level and then your username, and then you've got what's like a preview of items you can buy or taunts, and you've got your friends menu here. Now this right here is basically the news area, where of course even though the holiday seasons are over, it hasn't updated to the newest piece of information, basically like new modern updates, because this is last year's updates. And then you have this, which is the newest Team Fortress 2 equipment of the set. It is the contractor, or just contracts. Now how this worked before in the past was this didn't exist. All you did was, it was only around Halloween, and your goal is to complete certain amount of missions to receive special prizes or equipments. So right here you can see there's Pyroland and Mercenary Park. Now Pyroland is the newest Pyro update, and what's new about this is when you click on it, and of course I have completed a few objectives, still kind of working on it. There is Pyroland. Now Pyroland is basically where it's all this fun equipment of chaos, and you can get certain items. So like if I clicked on this, you see there's amount of stars you get, and then it says, like, for example, kill with a reflected projectile as pyro, and it will give you 15 points, or dominate a player as pyro and it'll give you also that many points. So basically it's just like achieving objectives for a certain amount of topics, but it's like pushing you forward to certain limits. And then they've got Mercenary Park. Now I've never tried this because one is, it's just not in my budget range, but so what you have here is basically all the missions you have. And of course the reason why it says you have not met the requirements to activate this is because you need a certain amount, or you need a certain item, like this, the Jungle Inferno campaign pass, my bad, sorry, to activate these certain types of rounds. And over here you have your stars that you've completed, like for example the Pyroland. I've told about the points, it relates to this. Then you have, I guess, blood money, which I don't know what that does yet, but and you could just go back and exit, and you have there. Now you have the store. So this is actually something I will also explain later, is you have the Mercenary Park gift shop, and actually this is like the only area, I could be wrong, to get certain items in the game. So like you can get war paint, you can get just individual paints for your weapons, and you can customize them, which is what the next topic will be, is shop. And I will go over items, and I won't go over this. This will probably be for another, the options area over here will probably be for another episode, but for now I'm just going to go over to shop here. So when you go into shop, you see this, and you've got featured, starter packs, sale, and then taunts, and of course the community market, which is more of like an advanced way of getting your items instead of getting them from here. So when you see featured, you see this, and this is how you scroll through and you see the items. You can get taunts, you can get stamps, you can get keys for certain crates, which I will also explain. And then you have strange filters. Now those are just to like kill count weapons, And then starter packs, if you're a beginner, which I never needed these because I always did it the normal way, you can earn, like for instance, you can get the demo man, the engineer, or the heavy, or any of the other 9 mercenary starter packs. And this is for cosmetics, so these only contain cosmetics, and these only contain weapons or equipment for your characters to fight in games. And the list goes on, there's more of those. Sales are basically like ginormous sales, so like here it's like showing off all the weapons, all these neat gears, and actually some of these you don't even need to buy because you can just earn these in game. I don't know how to earn higher level weapons because even though I've played the game for many years now, my only best guess is that you only achieve these by getting to higher levels, and the higher your level goes or the higher your skills go, the better you will get a chance of getting more weapons. And taunts here are just like for characters to just goof around. You can make certain movements, you can dance, you can make people, I don't know, just rage. So here is one taunt that I got, was the Rancho Relaxo. Can't see it, but basically what it does, he's sitting on this portable chair that allows him just sit, and he's just drinking beer. Here's a better point. This is Spy, the Boxtrot Spy, and as you can see, you could click on here to see what the colors. There's red, there's blue, and then you can also inspect the item on their official wiki page, which I may leave a link down in the description below. And so if we move on, you got items. Now here's the main items. So when it's on this is all items, and when you click on these are just the individual items, and you can go here and just buy whatever you want to your heart's desire if you're that type of person. Then you've got bundles, so basically it's just like the starter packs except more extreme, where you just buy crazy amount of cosmetics and stuff, and in my opinion this is kind of overpriced in my budget square, or just in general. Then you've got maps. Now these are just like stuff you just buy to, like, I don't know, memorial this. I've never really bothered with these because I don't find them useful in the game. So, and also when you're done you can just click the checkout. Of course I have nothing in my cart because nothing is checked. So what you do is you click this, you add to cart, and then when you see this it shows one item, or if you have more, then you click checkout, and of course it will bring up your Steam money and everything. Over to find a game, and then of course this is your mode selections. Of course, as it says on top, you have casual, competitive, man versus machine, community servers, and then training and create a server. Now casual is basically just a normal game mode. So you've got special events, which is basically the Jungle Inferno update. You've got core game modes like the normal Team Fortress 2 rounds, like attack, defense, capture the flag, control points, king of the hill, and then so on. Then you have alternative game modes. Now this is the area that the games, I guess in the past, way past, worked, but then they've just got put here. So you have the payload race, got MISC, and this is just basically random game modes in this area. And then you could click down and view maps of what there is. And then you got the manpower pastime. Pastime basically, in my opinion, is like football, but it's just basically where you're trying to score against the other team. Now when you're satisfied with the game mode you're happy with, you can just click the start search, and then it'll bring up this. I'm not gonna really show it because it'll just take me to a game, but basically what it does, it'll show a little pop-up icon over here, and it'll just says it'll be searching for your game mode, and then when it says it's ready you can just join and click the button. In the past it didn't do that before, but with the Jungle Inferno update you now can do that. So as we go back here, you have a competitive mode, which is basically, in my case, I never want to play it, but it's just compete with other people. If you play Overwatch then you would understand what this is. If you don't, well, basically it's just compete with other people, but you get higher prizes, higher chances, and higher amounts in order to achieve your goals. Now, Man vs. Machine is one of the popular updates from the past. It is basically where you're a mercenary in your team. Your goal is to stop these machines from dropping a bomb at your base, or else it's game over. So, of course, you have a man up or the boot camp. Now, boot camp is basically like a training server round, and the man up is basically the actual battle. But this, you can still get a feel of what it's like in the boot camp, and then when you're ready, you go to man up. Now, you do need a ticket to enter man up, like the Jungle Inferno contracts. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. You do need a ticket for this in order to access the full game mode, and of course, once you use that ticket, it's gone. You would need to buy more and more to achieve the game. And then you have community servers. Now, this is just basically people that have made fan servers, and I will obviously go over this in another episode about what these servers do, but basically it's just fan-made servers for people to entertain and enjoy themselves, to have fun. And then you've got training. Now, this is basically where you train. Now, if you're a beginner, you would obviously, I recommend doing this, because even though there's only like 4 classes, even though there's 9, I don't know why they don't do all of them, but I recommend doing all of these, even though I've done them. So then what you want to do, or you're more higher, or if you're still beginning, is you have the offline practice, and you have control points, you have King of the Hill, and you have payload. And you can always select it. You can choose what map you want, and you can have the number of bots or NPCs you want, and you can have a certain amount of difficulty. So there's easy, normal, hard, and expert to fit your desire, but I personally like expert, so I keep it on that because I'm more of a high level player on it. So we go back here, then you could also create a server. I've never really messed with it because I never found a way to do it. But like most games, you could just put in the number of minutes or players or what you want to call it, and then server, you can just pick any map you want, like control points, and I will also go over what certain amount you will need. But yeah, so, and last and not least is the items area, and of course you have your stats. Stats here are basically your ways of telling what you've done and how long you play it. Now, this is not actually how long I've played it. This is just the add up total of how many I've done in hours. It's just adding up how much is done, and then most points for each character you've played as. And then you can also get tips for each character. So like as a medic, the Crits Creek taunt heals your health. Use it when there are no health kits or other medics nearby. And then you could also like reset stats and all that. But so here's your loadout. You have backpack, and of course you can go over here, and yes, I have a lot of crates unopened and other stuff. This is where you can inspect your items, how much you've got and what you need and what you can do with them, and you can just go and have yourself fun. And of course, if one fills up, it'll just go over to the next item set. And then you have crafting, which is basically you could just craft basically any, like if you have double weapons, if you don't want to give them away or trade, you could just smelt them, and you can just do that. I will also do that in another episode of how to craft each item. And then you've got the man code catalog, which is basically showing the hats and the cosmetics, weapons, gears, and what they do. Gives you a little Wikipedia of it, and you could of course go more to their site. And then you have the trading system, which basically you can trade with friends. And then you have, which is the newest version up here, because this was just these 4. Now this is the newest, is the war paints. And you of course can customize your weapon like this with the normal skin, but then it turns into this. Oh dear, I don't know what the heck just happened there. That's new. So off we go with the finale. We have the 9 classic original mercenaries. So you have Scout, and you have soldier, and then the pyro, the demo man, the heavy, the engineer, medic, and sniper, and spy. And I will also be doing, probably in the next episode, before I go on and do like the options menu and all that, I will be showing what these characters do and what their role and goal and achievement is. So, and if you want to do it, see what your characters have, you could click on them and it will bring up the items. And of course, if you like have so many, like say, oh, I want to have a weapon that I love, but I don't want to change it for my current class I'm using, so that's why there's these, which are like extra slots. Of course, this is like an old version because I was still kind of getting new to the set. And of course, if you want to change your cosmetic or weapons, you would simply click on here and it will bring up your weapons and you can just change it over there. And of course, this is your normal default weapon when you begin the game. Of course, as you progress, you will get like the babyface blaster and the backscatter. But yeah, each mercenary has their own unique weapons and abilities. My only goal would be is you would try to use them wisely, and it would take a lot of strategy. So even though this video seemed a bit short, I apologize, but this is all I'm gonna give for now until I make the next episode, which is basically showing more what the Team Fortress 2 can do. But this is basically showing what the menu is and then what everything you need to know to kind of begin the game. So if you like the video, please subscribe and share it with your friends. I would love to have support and everything, and I hope that you guys continue watching more of this, because I'm wanting to make sure that people who are beginners don't stumble and have a hard time, because really the main point of the game, and a lot of people, in my opinion, kind of forget this, it's just basically having fun. So yeah, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. So have a nice day and bye.